Have you ever wondered why sugar disappears when you stir it into water? Does it really disappear? Today, we're going to become scientists and discover what really happens when things dissolve. Let's get started. Look at this glass of water. The sugar was just added, but now you can't see it. Where do you think the sugar went? Did it disappear? Or is it hiding somewhere? Let's investigate. What do you think? Do things really disappear when they dissolve? Think about your answer before we find out together. Watch carefully as the sugar is stirred into the water. Look closely. What do you notice? Keep your scientist eyes open. Did you notice that the sugar didn't disappear? It spread throughout the water into tiny particles that are too small to see. Even though you can't see the sugar anymore, it's still there. Scientists use a special word for this. It's called dissolve. When something dissolves, it spreads evenly throughout a liquid. It doesn't vanish, it stays in the liquid. When one substance dissolves evenly in another, it forms a solution. A solution looks like one thing, even though both substances are still there. When one substance dissolves evenly in another, it forms a solution. A solution looks like one thing, even though both substances are still there. Let's look at an example. Sugar is the solute because it dissolves. Water is the solvent because it does the dissolving. Together, they make a sugar solution. Here's another example. Salt is the solute. Water is the solvent. When they mix together, they form a salt solution. Different substances can make different kinds of solutions. Now it's your turn. Can you think of another example of a solution? Let's see what happened. Before mixing, we had sugar and water. After mixing, we have 1 glass of sugar solution. The sugar is still in the water. It didn't disappear. The amount of matter stayed the same. Here's a new challenge. We have 1 cup of hot water and 1 cup of cold water. Which one do you think will dissolve the sugar faster? Take a guess and tell us why. Watch carefully. Both cups have the same amount of sugar and are stirred the same way. The sugar dissolved faster in the warm water. That's because warm water moves around more and helps spread the sugar through the water more quickly. Awesome job! Let's review what we've learned. A solution is a mixture where one substance dissolves in another. The solute is the substance that dissolves. The solvent is the substance that does the dissolving. When something dissolves, it spreads throughout the water. The sugar does not disappear, matter stays the same, and warm water helps sugar dissolve faster. Fantastic work, scientists! Now it's time to see what you remember. Are you ready for the challenge? Let's start the quiz! Let's start with our first question. Based on what we discussed, how would you define a solution? You have 10 seconds. The correct answer is A. A solution is a mixture where one substance dissolves evenly in another. Moving on to our second question. Identify which part of a sugar water solution is the solute. You have 10 seconds. The sugar is the solute because it is the substance that dissolves in the water. For our third question, what actually happens to the sugar once it is finished dissolving in the water? You have 10 seconds. The answer is C. The sugar spreads evenly throughout the water and remains in the mixture, even though it may be invisible. Next, which statement best demonstrates that matter is conserved during the process of dissolving? You have 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct statement is C. Because the sugar is still in the water, even though you cannot see it, we know matter is conserved. Our final question. Why does sugar usually dissolve faster in warm water compared to cold water? You have 10 seconds. The answer is A. Warm water increases particle movement, which helps the sugars spread out and dissolve faster. Great job completing the quiz! Thank you for watching this video on solutes, solvents, and solutions.